Hi, welcome to my next video. Today I'm going to present you the way how I painted those blue feathers on Magnus leg. I just would like to remind you that you can find a PDF step-by-step tutorial on the left side of my Patreon site. On the beginning, as you can remember from PDF tutorial, I created a small sketch with gray colors. Okay, let's zoom it for you. Okay, I already prepared something, but this was very fast work. And now I'm going to make them look better than they are looking now. Okay, I see I have problems with my brush. As you can see, to make this look more interesting, I'm not painting this pattern on the whole feather, but only on some part of it, to have a space for creating stronger shadow, so also bigger contrast, what in my opinion looks more interesting in the end. Okay, when I have this gray sketch ready, I'm starting to use right now brighter color, white with just a little bit of black paint. And I'm trying to paint it not exactly on the edge of this area painted pattern, but closer to the middle. Now a pattern on the top of the feather. And now I'm going to take a little bit of white paint and paint a few places. Now this brighter mixture. And here I'm going to make this piece a little bit brighter. Okay. And this one too. Okay, so this is basic sketch for the feather. Now I'm going to use colors. It's hard to decide now for me if I should start with the brightest color or the darkest, because the final effect will be very similar. Okay, let's start in the middle. I mixed now medium blue with white in this proportion on the right side. It's something around 50-50. And now I'm going to cover this part of feathers. As you can see, even something this small and non-important as those feathers can be done in a very long time, but in the end, when you will be watching this miniature, I want to have every detail painted on the best level, and for that I just have to spend more time on every detail. Especially that feathers can be pretty impressive looking element. Now I'm going to try to keep those earlier marked with white paint areas unpainted for the brighter color. As you can see, a few patterns on the feather are not perfect. I could spend some time on perfecting them, but in my opinion it looks even more realistic if we have some elements painted like this, because light works in mysterious way on feathers, and there are spaces when they are shining in a different way than we could expect them to work, to shine. Okay, so this I could call the second part, and it's done in my opinion. Now I can go with darker color or with brighter. It doesn't really matter. It's going to end up with ink. So let's go with darker color now. For that I'm going to use now medium blue with tiny amount of black color. You see how small, how tiny drop I took? It was not enough. So let's take a bit more. Okay, so that's going to be my darker color. That's not enough amount of the paint. As you can see, it's just a little bit darker, the medium blue, but the darkest color is going to be made with ink, so I don't need to make much darker blue at this point. Right, a moment. Okay, and now I'm going to paint these areas on the edges of earlier painted areas. That's something I'm saying really often in my tutorials, and you can see it now. Keep in mind that at this moment I have this miniature on twice longer distance from my eyes than I usually have because of the camera, so it's looking a bit less good than on PDF tutorials, but that's, like I said, at this point you on the video are seeing this in much better way than I see it right now painting. Okay, this face is ready. Now the brightest color. And for that I'm of course mixing medium blue with white. Okay, I think that this is enough. Okay, now I found an angle on which I can see a bit more. I hope you can still see what I'm doing. I guess you do. You can. The thing about those steps is that, after all, I can tell you what to make after what, but after all, I will have to go back to many of them and just repeat and try to fix things that are going to break during painting, because there's never a situation when everything goes great from the beginning to the end. It's always have to come back and fix things again. Like for example here, I guess black base color removed himself from here. Okay, that's the basic color. Okay, that's now I'm going to make a few elements just a little bit brighter. Okay, so now it's came to something like the most important part, using the ink. Everything before was kinda preparing for this moment. Okay, let's maybe do it behind scenes. Okay, I'm using Winsor Newton ink because it's having interesting color. I've never even tried those from Games Workshop or any other company, so I don't know, maybe they are okay, maybe they are good, but I tried those and they are for my purposes perfect, so I'm not going to try something else, because why, if it works? Okay, now I'm trying to dilute this. No, it's not easy to show you at this point. Okay, so after diluting, it's covering with this power, so as you can see, it's really good in covering areas. And now I diluted it like 1 drop of ink to 2 drops of water. And now let's try gently change this color. As you can see, I didn't need it. As you will see, I didn't need it, and I still don't need any black color for making the biggest shadows and the strongest contrast, because this ink is very strong and is very dark. So it's all what I need. Okay, now I'm going to dilute it even more, because it's still too powerful. And I want to change bigger area of the feather, bigger area, more color. Okay, so now this is what I said already earlier. I need to fix a few things that are not looking how I intended. And this is okay. Now I'm going to use just the ink. Without any water. Okay, now another layer of ink. for glazes, of course. Now hopefully, for the last time, I'm fixing problems. Okay, now I get the edges. Okay, so this is how I'm painting feathers. As you can see, it takes a lot of time, but in the end the final effect, in my opinion, is very good. Okay, the other side. Okay, after some serious time spent on painting them, I achieved something like this. And this just takes time. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye.